Okay, we got everything out of whack here. There we go. So, um, today I'm going to be doing She-Hulk, and I'm going to turn these lamps to where we can actually see this. There we go. Because thank you guys for the heads up on the fact that the penciling was too light. It was being cut out by a lot of the support light here, so I just wanted to change things up where everything can be seen. I thought, since it'll never happen, the way I'm going to do the design today is that I just got inspired by the new Netflix stuff coming out and thought that it would be really cool to have She-Hulk on the red carpet, because unfortunately I doubt we're ever going to see her in the films, which I'm hoping I'm wrong about that one. But most likely we're going to be seeing very limited use of her because of the Hulk franchise. They don't want to compete with themselves on that. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong with it, and I hope that they do have one come out, but we'll never know until it's actually right in front of us. So, like I said before, I would love to see this thing as a Netflix type of a program. That would be awesome. Because the Hulk always did really well on television, and I can imagine that this one would do really well in that genre for a television show, especially with the way supernatural and superhero stuff is going now. It would be really cool to see that, but you never know. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me on the weekend. I know that's tough for a lot of people with the family and things. This is going to come out really well, actually. And I could so see this character doing this because she likes to go out in public and do her thing. Even though she is the She-Hulk character, she's always had that that pride in it rather than fearing it. So, I think this is coming out really cool. I just wanted to kind of do this funky braided thing with her hair. Keep it real clean and simple. Lead down to a braid down her back kind of thing. I'm going to shrink that shoulder down a little bit. I think it's a little broad, even for her. What did I do with my eraser? Oh well. I'll keep going and erase that when I ink it. It was funny when I posted because everybody was saying, "Do your live late this afternoon. It's the weekend. Nobody's home. Please wait for us. Wait for us." I waited around and didn't hear from anybody. But I'm glad you guys catch these things on the post views. And as long as you keep digging on them, we'll keep doing them. I really enjoy doing these things. It's a fun series. Like knocking them out, getting to hand color a lot. Try new techniques, things like that. Break a lot of the standard rules. Fun stuff. I've always been a fanatic for this character. When I saw John Burns do a bunch of those She-Hulk comics when he on his series, a lot of that stuff just ate it up when I was a kid. I'd never seen anything like that before. Normally female characters are damsels in distress and that kind of thing. And I mean, I know there's a lot of characters out there that really hold up well for the heroic genre, but man, until I saw, Storm from the X-Men and She-Hulk from her own title were always two of the characters that just really resonated. And, like I said the other day, Spider-Woman was really good for that too. But She-Hulk was definitely a prize winner as far as I was concerned. She resonated that classic strength that Wonder Woman used to have in the comics. At least until they did that new Wonder Woman thing, which bothered me to death. But it is what it is. Now, I'm not cutting her as deep as a lot of people would like. I know that. Sorry for the fans of the bodybuilder She-Hulk. I am not one of those people. So, just please keep that in mind. You know what? I wasn't going to do anything on here, jewelry wise, but I think I will. And I'll just erase and adapt that as I come in. That's the cool thing about being at the penciling stage. You can always adapt. For any of you guys that are checking this out because you want to study what's going on, you can pull it from that point. If you decide you want to adapt, do it. If you want to add a sleeve on here, do it. Do whatever you need to do. Because it's your drawing, and until you finish it and show people, no one's going to critique what you do. So, no one's going to care and notice. And 99% of the time, they don't even care after that. I mean, they make a comment or whatever, but they're going to move on and do their own thing anyway, so it's not really going to matter. I know I'm covering the cart here, bear with me. Just don't want to snag it. I'm going to put this little guy down here. Bunch of flowers. Wow, excuse my allergies. They settled in my throat today. Yeah, I'm going to put this little guy down here with the flowers and stuff. So he's trying to reach out there and show some love. Please look at me. Take my flowers. So, put that little guy in there. Put another couple of people standing. A little camera for paparazzi in there. Put a flash bloom back there. Got this guy in the back holding his camera way up above everybody's heads. I'm going to turn this a little bit so I can finish this tie here. Crowd control. So, put some more people back there. Oh, I went to move my pin cup before it fell over and it fell over anyway. Whoops. So, draw a couple more things in here. I'm going to draw that red carpet down there. That's gonna fall over again. Put that back over here. Okay. Yeah, I've got everything out across the table, the light table, the side table, the roller cart, all of it today because I am working on a client comic, trying to finish it up this weekend, and out of 25 pages or so, I'm on number, I don't know, 15 or 16 out of the whole thing. And at some phase or another, I'm all across all 25 pages. And I decided to knock that out. I'm getting ahead of a couple of things so I can start a couple projects. With Origins going live here soon this week, I've got one more page on it, and I want to be hands-free for this next couple of weeks for this campaign so you guys can see what's going on. Revealing a few things. It's going to be cool. Gonna have a lot of fun with it. She is coming along quite well. I'm not going to over-define this because I don't want to make her look, gruesome when she's more just athletically developed. Because she didn't grow like that. She grew in size, not necessarily overbearing proportions, but she grew in her form and shape. It just grew exponentially to giant scale. In comparison to what she originally was. So, I mean, she didn't bulk out and get muscles on muscles like the Hulk did. It was her physique that was basically primed, for the lack of a better term. So, you know what? I'm going to put in some old school brickwork right here. And I know I'm eyeballing this and that's a no-no, but with it being a sketch card, it's a little easier to be able to do that and get away with it. So, what I'm going to do here, I'll cut these down. But this one is the entryway right there. So I'll black that out so it'll separate for a marquee or whatever you guys want it to be. And then I'll come in and do the line work this way. And yes, I'm trying to scribble it on purpose and wiggle it just a little bit so that we can get that natural brick look. So if it goes off just a little, that's why. And that is, just so you know, that's very stressful on an artist's hand to control that much of that detail. A lot of people won't go that far. They'll just draw in the lines and be done with it. But I like it to bow or buckle or curve just a little bit so it's a little wobbly. So it looks more like real brick. Put in some nicks and cracks and imperfections in the brick so it looks aged and proper. I mean, these days they would have put up a green screen or some black guards or, banners, sponsors, logos, things like that. But I did it this way because I always thought the She-Hulk would be open to a. Hey, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it, man. I always thought She-Hulk would be open to a lesser venue, just to be honest. So, I mean, that's the undercuts these characters get, these second stringers, I just don't think it would show that way. Now that's going to be a prop iron for the sign here. And then right here, what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do something funky here and really, really tick up the mood by, and I know this won't be perfect, but I'm going to do it anyway. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to add, you guessed it, I'm going to put in a Captain America shield for like the upcoming Avengers or the Infinity Wars or something like that. Put that point of that star right there. I know that's not center, but that'll work. And put let's say Cap right here. Put his big old shoulder in there. And put his back down this way with the old suit strap here kind of thing. Put some kind of hitch on his back there kind of deal. And I'll come in and shade this up just a little bit, a little detail here and there. Little bullet mark. Edge that out a little bit because that's going to be the rim of the image here. I'll cut into that just a little bit to put one down here. So it looks like it's standing off a little bit. So that looks like a marquee. There's the middle side, the middle ironwork for it. We'll put in a little more detail on that. So it looks like it's holding it out. And she's coming out of the building rather than being in the building on the main marquee where you see it up here. She's got it on a suspended promotional sign type of deal that sticks out in the front of those buildings, those old school buildings. And back here, I'll put in a little more. Say these are like the billboards that everybody was interested in originally. We'll put them as the markers. And I'll put them as glass to the back side to make it even worse. So, that's actually true, man. She is considered a hardcore second stringer, and I think it's horrible too. Like I said, I would love to see her make a Netflix original or something like that. That would be phenomenal. I would definitely watch it. It would be cool. It would be right up there with Daredevil and actually hold up really well, I think. against a lot of the mainstream stuff. But like I said, I doubt it's going to happen, but whatever. I think with this one, I'm going to leave it alone because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to overwork this. Because I know a lot of guys get into that habit, and I do not want her to look like super buff. Because it just looks weird. I want her to stay super feminine because that's what that character does. But I think right now, I'm going to add a little bit of detail to the red carpet because these things always look weird without it. Yay, now instead of felt it's a grass lawn. Yay. Awesome. But anyway, that'll work. So with that said, I think we're going to call that it because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to overwork it. I'll ink this up this afternoon and post it soon. Since she's solid green, it's going to be an easy one. Got a heck of a background going on in there for these things. And I think for a weekend session, that's what we're going to call done. Thank you guys for coming on and hanging out with me. Excuse me very much. With the allergy situation, I'll try to keep upping the dose of my allergy pills so that I can hang out with you guys, get the antihistamines pumped up, and go from there for next time. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Keep an eye out for the rest of the stuff going on, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.